But you go from that and your first year in this business, net $200K. Talk to the people watch, because I never, ever want to be in a position where I make this seem like it's so easy that anybody could do it, because I do believe the business is going to weed out the wrong people, right? But talk to me about the schedule. Like what, making $200K is great, or netting, but what did it take to do that? What was your weekly, day in, day out for you in 2024?
So once I started to take it seriously and treat it like a business rather than just a job, my schedule became on the phones, 8 a.m., stay on until around 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, take a little lunch, and not my 2-hour lunch like I used to do. Shorten it, do like a 15, 20-minute lunch, and then back on the phones for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
And it was exhausting at times, some days.
When's the day end?
The day ended when I either had a sale or I reached my dialing goals.
Okay.
Which starting off, I always wanted to reach 150 contacts.
Okay.
So that's with double dials, all that good stuff, but 150 contacts. And that's all it was. It was just working hard, but the biggest difference was working just as hard, if not harder, especially when I didn't want to. And that's what set it over the edge, because anybody can get this motivation. They're like, hell yeah, like this is great, I'm going to do it. But then when that motivation goes away and you don't want to dial like on Saturday or I've been on long enough, like I'm going to hop off early today, and you stick it out longer, that's where the separation becomes. That's where people that are good become great and great become legendary.
Yeah. So you did this how many days a week?
I was dialing 6 days a week.
6 days a week.
Yep.
And you're dialing for appointments or one call close?
So once I switched virtual telesales, I was one call close.
One call close.
So, that's what I found to be the best. And yeah.
Yeah. Now, throughout the year, you have ups and downs, right? Was there a point where you had downs where, maybe you weren't making sales, where you were struggling, where even after having success, you still thought, you know what, maybe this isn't it?
It's very easy to doubt yourself. Very easy. And I will say in the beginning, when I had that week without a sale, I was losing my mind. I was like, oh man, like what am I doing wrong? Like, did I lose the magic touch?
Changing
Like,
everything.
Yeah, what's going on? Like, rip up this script. Let me find a new one. But looking at it now, and there's still, some weeks my team doesn't do great. I don't do great.
Yeah.
But the biggest difference is I keep a level head now. And I know, like, all right, been here before, know what I'm doing. And just keeping your head level. Because it's very easy to have a small dip.
Yeah.
But then your mindset keeps you down on that dip.
Absolutely.
So I realized the stronger your mindset is, the more you're like, I know what I'm doing. I'm confident in my skills and my hard work, that it becomes a short dip and you ride that high longer.
Yeah. It's so much of what happens to you is contingent upon what you tell yourself. Like the voice listened to the most is your own. So if you say you can't do it, don't even get a light. Don't sign up.
Yeah.
Don't do it. Like the guy, who that's never going to work. Leave him alone.
Yeah.
Because until he changes this, there's nothing you're going to do to help him.
Right.
You're growing a team. How many guys you got selling right now?
We have 35 active sellers right now.
Nice. What'd you guys do last month?
Last month, we took a little dip, kind of like you say, and knowing now that a little dip isn't the end of the world.
Right.
But last month we did, I think, 200,000.
Okay.
We tend to average around 300, so obviously it's a little bit of a dip. But that's where I kind of see it as like, you could have a bad month and still have an amazing year.
Oh, yeah.
Bad week, still have a great month. So.
Absolutely. Yeah, don't stay there.
Yes.
Right? You can have a bad hour. Like I always tell these, there's no such thing as a bad day.
Right.
So, I had a really bad morning, Mike. Okay. Live in that moment for an hour, but then get past it. Don't let that one, you have 24 hours in a day. You don't let something that happened to you for 4 minutes ruin the rest of your day. Then you carry that into the next day. Then it ends up being a bad week, bad month, bad
snowballing.
Yeah. You decide. It's all up here. And the thing about recruiting, guy said this to me, 15 years ago. The day you recruit your first agent, you give up your right to be average and ordinary. And that has stuck with me to this day.
Yeah.
And I think it goes to any business. The day you hire your first, whatever business, the day someone else, you're responsible for somebody else, kind of like having a kid.
Yeah.
Once you don't have kids yet.
Not yet.
You want kids?
Yeah, one day.
Well, when you do have kids, your life's done. Not done, but you give up your right to be self-centered. You give up your right to be selfish. Now you have somebody else that you have to take care of. And it's very similar in this business. When you recruit your first person, you can't be average anymore. Doesn't mean you got to sell, $200K a month, but your habits that you can't, I'm just going to take off lunch because I sold enough today. Yeah, but he didn't. Your guys didn't, which I'm sure you've probably learned over this past, it's a lot. You get 35 guys, you're going to keep growing, but it's a lot to manage and maintain, and they're looking at you.
Yeah, and that was a huge pushing factor for me, especially early on. 2 guys from the Valet, AJ, like I said, Alan, and Thomas. And the minute they started this, they started it part-time. They're like, hey, we got to see how this works, whatever. And I instantaneously, I gotta have the answers for these guys. I got to learn everything. And that's how I felt every single day. Even when I didn't want to show up, I have to. They're relying on me. They're trusting in me and this business, and I can't let them down.
Yeah.
So it became bigger than me very early on, and that was a huge pushing factor. I tend to be, my personality is very much a problem solver.
Yeah.
And it's like I wanted to be able to have their problem solved as much as I could.
Yeah.
And that inadvertently helped me a lot and helped them. So it was a huge pushing factor for me growing my business and taking everything more seriously.
Yeah, absolutely.